Happy 4th of July and welcome to Evening Express. So good to see you. Hope you were enjoying those hot dogs and those ribs. Save some for me and Clark, please.
Happy 4th of July to you too, Ryan.
Well, we've got a lot coming your way this hour of Evening Express, like a story that I know you're going to love from Borger, Texas. You probably heard of the old saying, little things mean a lot. And it's true when it comes to Hannah Hobbs. She's a server who took this picture of a pint of beer and a note. A soldier returned from Afghanistan, left it for his buddy who was killed in action. So coming up in about 30 minutes, we're going to talk to Hannah about how her picture has become a national campaign honoring fallen vets. All right, well, a waitress's Facebook post helped spark a national campaign to honor fallen members of the military. Meet the woman who started it all, coming up. All right, well, it began as a small gesture, but it morphed into a national campaign honoring fallen veterans. A few months ago, a waitress at a restaurant in Borger, Texas, was finishing up work, and she decided to snap a picture of something that had her eyes filled with tears. It was a pint of beer with a note to a Navy buddy who was killed in Afghanistan. There you see it right there. In memory of Lieutenant J.G. Francis Toner, killed in action March 27, 2009, Balkh Province, Afghanistan. And he said in Latin, not for self, but for country, and in big letters, not forgotten. She posted this on Facebook. It went viral. More than 2 million likes. And it even sparked Bennigan's to start a national campaign called Wall of Heroes. That waitress, Hannah Hobbs, and the president and CEO of Bennigan's, Paul Mangiamele, are with us now. And so great to have you both with us.
Great to be here.
Thank you.
Hannah, let me start with you. What inspired you to post that message?
Well, I just felt like I couldn't pour it out without everybody knowing about it. It would have been wrong.
And you know, I gotta, 2 million people have reached back to you, and I want to hear what some of those people have said to you and what their comments have been.
Mostly thank you. I wish more people would think about our military. And I don't know.
Well, it sounds like you were really thinking about our military on that day. And Paul, I'm really impressed by the things that Bennigan's is now doing to try to recognize our veterans as well. Tell us about that.
Well, you know, part of our value platform is to go above and beyond the call of duty and to build an emotional connection to our guests. And Hannah did exactly that. It could have died right there that night at the bar, but instead she cared enough and felt enough to take a picture of that and post that. And when I saw the Latin inscription of the Non Sibi Sed Patre, which, as you already said, is not for self but for country, I just couldn't let it die. And so we wanted to perpetuate the feeling, that emotional connection, and of course treat everybody to the great legendary fare of Bennigan's and the service. But more importantly, we wanted to give back something to our brave men and women that in some cases made the ultimate sacrifice, like Frankie Toner did. So what we did was, one, if you want to buy somebody in the military that is either existing in the military or has passed, buy them a beer or drink of your choice, and we'll donate a portion of that to Operation Homefront, which again goes to help the returning veterans and veterans of not just the Iraqi or Afghanistan war, but of all wars, which total somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 million people that are out there. And so that was one piece. And then to carry it even a step further, as we are a franchise organization as well, we belong to the International Franchise Association, and there's a great program through VetFran that is Operation Enduring Opportunity, where in our case with Bennigan's, if there's a veteran that qualifies for the financing, we're going to waive the entire franchise fee.
Yeah, that's amazing, because that's I heard that was like a $35,000 value, which is huge for veterans who want to get a franchise and create jobs as well.
Well, you know what? Again, I think that's the least we can do, to say thank you and to embrace our brave men and women as they come back into the workforce. And hopefully they're going to hire more veterans in the different the positions, as Hannah is as a bartender in our burger restaurant, where the franchisee there, Sabir, and his wife do a phenomenal job for Bennigan's. And again, I think that value system carried over to do something good, and it's all and everybody benefits. And it's not so much for a commercial piece, It's really for to demonstrate that we appreciate and
really
acknowledge what our people have done.
So, Paul, as a CEO, you're a little bit removed from what's going on in an individual store, and it must have blown your mind. How did you find out what Hannah had done, almost like just on a whim, and then this thing ends up with all these people liking it?
Well, I got to tell you, all these people right now today turns out to be 2 million people. And so, Clark, it's going to be pretty hard not to pick that up. And Clark, just like you, I mean, I know that you're in the Georgia Defense, and these kinds of things mean a lot to you as well. I stay very close to our operations. It's not like we have millions and millions around the world. But we have 100 restaurants that actually stand for something, and I'm one of those CEOs that actually want to stay in touch and very hands-on.
Hey, Hannah, I just want to ask you one more question. We have a little bit more time, but you've inspired so many people just by that posting. What message would you have for our veterans on this 4th of July, just to express to them how grateful you are for them and their service?
Thank you. I support you. I'm very proud of everybody that serves. They fight for our freedom. It's the ultimate sacrifice.
Well, Paul, thank you so much. Hannah, I thank you so much for what you did and how many lives you changed just through taking that photo. Really appreciate it.
Well, you're welcome. Happy birthday, America.
All right. Take care, guys.